Last time both Rhode Island and Massachusetts held an election for governor back in 2010. About 340,000 voters went to the polls in Rhode Island and about 2.3 million in Massachusetts. Midterm elections often have low turnout, so we're looking to see if we break a record this time. Eyewitness News reporter Shantae Lance working in-depth coverage now and joins us live.
Patrick, there's a steady line inside Nathan Bishop Middle School, but as voters tell me, this is shaping up to be a pretty exciting election day. Sunny skies.
Oh, I think it's a beautiful day to vote.
As thousands in the capital city and across Rhode Island head to the polls.
I just came from voting and exercising my responsibility.
How'd it feel doing that?
Oh, excellent.
It was nice. It was very easy.
It was absolutely smooth. Yeah, no problems whatsoever.
Polls opened at 7 a.m. and less than 3 hours, nearly 400 people voted alone at Hope High.
Well, it's a wonderful experience. I brought my grandsons with me to show them the democratic process.
I asked what type of candidates voters went for.
I'm interested in more progressive thinking, and I'm interested in people who want to change the future of the city and of the state rather than just harping on the past.
Voter Carol DeBoer-Lingwery hopes the pleasant weather will make for a higher turnout.
It's gorgeous, and I hope this helps turnout, and I hope it encourages people who don't usually vote to make the effort, because it really is easy.
And I called the Board of Elections to see how voter turnout has been so far since the polls opened around 7 a.m. and also if there have been any issues at the polling places. I haven't heard back yet, but as soon as we do, we will bring you the latest information. Reporting live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Shantae Lance, Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News political analyst Joe Fleming joining us now live in studio with more analysis of Election Day. We're just talking about voter turnout.
Yep.
Seems like a lot of folks are a little more enthusiastic this time around.
There seems to be. However, I've got reports from Westerly all the way up to Cumberland, and there seems to be a moderate turnout. A typical non-presidential election year turnout, probably around the 340,000, 350,000 we normally see. You got to remember, Patrick, that 2 years ago they combined some of the polling precincts. So instead of precincts being 1,500 voters, some of them are now 3,000. So it seems like there's a lot more voters voting when there's really not.
All right, let's talk about the governor's race. At times over the last 6 to 8 weeks, it seemed like Gina Raimondo was in control.
Yep.
And then Bob Healy enters the race. And then Alan Fung makes a surprising, maybe not surprising, but makes a last-minute surge here. And it almost seems like it's one of those too close to call right now.
Right now it seems that way. Not surprising. We have not had a Democratic elected governor since 1992 in the state of Rhode Island. Republicans do very well running for governor. And Alan Fung has run a very well-disciplined race. And I think it's put him in a position today to really make a run for the governorship.
How much did Michelle Obama and Barack Obama coming to town last week help or hurt Gina Raimondo?
Well, I think it helps Gina in the sense it energizes the base, and that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to get the troops excited. She wanted to get the Democratic voters a reason to go out and vote, and seeing the president and the first lady here, that might just give them that reason to go out and vote.
All right, let's talk about the mayor's race in Providence. Strange twist last night, but we're never surprised with strange twists in politics, especially in Providence, when Mr. Harrop says, I'm going to vote for Mr. Alorza because I don't want Mr. Cianci to be the next mayor.
Again, it's ABC, anyone but Cianci. Okay. And Harrop is finding that he's very low in the polls, very low single digits. So he's saying, look, I want to stop, buddy. It could be close. I'm going to tell my people to vote for Alorza because I have no chance to win this election.
All right, let's talk about some of the ballot questions that are out there this year. Your thoughts on some of those?
Well, I think the one we're going to watch is the Constitutional Convention. Right. That's the one where there's a lot of both sides going back and forth. That's one to watch tonight to see if that passes or if it fails. The other ones are bond issues, 4 through 7 are all money bond issues. And Rhode Island's have a history of supporting those types of bonds in the past.
And about the casino down in Newport?
The casino in Newport is the one to watch, the local issue, not so much the statewide issue. 2 years ago, it passed statewide for Newport. The question is what's going to happen in the small city of Newport tonight. All right,
Joe, thanks again.
My pleasure.
We'll be seeing more of Joe, of course, throughout the evening here on Eyewitness News. Another closely watched race today, the race for governor in Massachusetts. Democrat Martha Coakley and Republican Charlie Baker, both seeking to succeed Governor Deval Patrick, who decided not to run for a third term. Polls have shown the race is very close. Both Coakley and Baker pushing to get out the vote today. One thing they agree on is a call for nonpartisanship. Eyewitness News this morning was at the Calvary Temple at Fall River. Massachusetts voters also have 4 ballot questions to consider, including the end of indexing gas taxes to inflation, expanding bottle deposit requirements, and expanding prohibitions on casino gaming. Rhode Islanders also have 7 statewide ballot questions to consider today. Questions 1 and 2 are related to casino gaming at Newport Grand. Question 3, whether Rhode Island should hold a constitutional convention. Question 4, whether the state should borrow money to build a new engineering building at URI. Questions 5, 6, and 7 are also related to bonds for public projects in the arts, mass transit, and public spaces.